Did you guys see CEO? I mean, that event top to bottom, pretty much as close to perfection as you're going to get. Rynge, I know you were down there commentating and everything. You had some strong words when I talked to you about CEO. I know one of the big things is we not in Daytona no more, baby. Come on.
Indeed. The vibe in Orlando is infinitely more immaculate than the vibe was in Daytona. And I got to say, man, the actual play at CEO was amazing. And the fact that now CEO has moved out of Daytona, kept Orlando, kept the Waffle Houses nearby, it has become an even more amazing tournament. I got to say, man, I mentioned it to you a little bit off camera, but literally CEO 2025 is one of my favorite tournaments of all time. The vibe was just amazing from start to finish. Like the venue, it just gave you that old school type fighting game feel where everybody was packed in the same place. The way you got to like from your room to the venue, it was so easy to run into everybody, you know, and that's, I think, something that we all crave at the offline events, like the ease of just being able to run into your friends without even having to plan anything and stuff like that. And the CEO had that in spades, man. Everybody showed out, man. The Street Fighter tournament was amazing. And like, I believe there was 7 different countries representing top 8. That's, I mean, what more can you ask for?
And when you talk about the whole 7 countries thing, Rynge, now that's where it's a little interesting what's going on right now, brother. 7 countries in one top 8. Are we serious, ladies and gentlemen? That's how serious and intense this Street Fighter competition is right now. And not only is from a country standpoint, even from an age standpoint. What was the age gap from the youngest to the oldest player in top 8?
I was gonna say, I believe NL's probably the oldest player in the top 8, and then Cryme, I think, is 14. NL is 39, right? So like 25-year age difference. Like, bruh, like this is wild.
That is absolutely crazy, and it's super fire, man. But that said, can we really say who's the best country or region in Street Fighter 6 right now?
I mean, not me. I definitely can. I know some people probably got strong opinions on the matter. I feel like it's so close that I feel like a nuanced conversation is necessary, and like I am not equipped to have that at the moment. There's so many great players in so many great places, right? Obviously, we've been well aware of the talent of Japan for a very long time. The US has been amazing in Street Fighter 6, specifically with all the weeklies happening each and every week. We have grown to be such elite competitors as well. But you have other countries stepping up continuously, right? We see KillsU out of France, and Europe in general has been leveling up constantly. They're always right there with everybody else. And now South America is like, yo, y'all might have forgotten about us for a while, but you ain't gonna forget about us no more. With Not Pedro and Cryme in top 8.
Brother, where did he come from? Playing like this, like to this level. This is what, man, this give me hype. This what the FGC about. Long as you pick this up, or PlayStation controller, whatever you prefer, leverless, I don't give a damn. Pick up what you want. It's as close as we can get to a meritocracy. It don't matter. He was going against players who are so much more famous than him, and these big esports orgs, and have XYZ championship. None of that matter right now. With the money on the wood, make the game go good. Not Pedro made a name for himself, Rynge. That was inspiring.
100%. Like you talked about it. He took down players that are on the Mount Rushmore of fighting games. Same thing with Cryme, right? I had the privilege of calling the Cryme Daigo match, like 30-year age gap, dog. That is insane that we get to see this. They're getting a real chance, as some of those players are having big moments, and those moments are inspiring the rest of the country and the rest of the region to show out offline as well.
You know something I loved a whole lot too, man? Like, the energy of that top 8, like when you get to talking about that offline experience, the energy, the size of that crowd, you know, even when, you know, the Street Fighter 6, the intro, like when the 2 characters are walking in, and, you know, the little, yeah. And the whole crowd does it. Like, remember back when everybody used to do the Karen, whenever Karen would do her critical art? Like, that type of energy is insane, and I just implore everybody to do their best to try to get out to these events, meet your favorite players, talent, whoever, and compete and cook some people up, man. You got to make sure you get to these offline events. That said, the main person right now that you should be trying to meet is the champion of CEO, and that is Lashar. Are you kidding me, Rynge? You win Combo Breaker and CEO back-to-back? If I'm not mistaken, he got 5th at EVO Japan as well. There's been 3 CPT events, bro. And a lot of people talk about how aggressive Street Fighter can be and how, you know, the volatility. But Lashar seems to be someone who completely blocks out the noise and is proven without a shadow of a doubt, if you're that nice, you're going to win.
Yeah, 100%, right? Lashar has shown out time and time again. He qualifies for Capcom Cup at Combo Breaker. He had already been qualified for EWC at Combo Breaker. So the fact that he takes that, like, I don't want to say lack of motivation, but he doesn't have that extra oomph that a lot of these players have, right? Where they're still trying to qualify for EWC. They're still trying to qualify for Capcom Cup. He doesn't even have that, and he comes in and wins both tournaments. Like, this dude is just on another level when it comes to understanding the game. And I really feel like, yeah, he is honestly showing us the future of fighting games right now. I mean, this is the first time I think we've seen a back-to-back major victory in this game. First time I feel like we've seen a back-to-back major victory in Street Fighter in a long time. So, man, I mean, very impressive run for him, 100%. And like we talked about, the 7 out of 8 countries being unique in that top 8. The only country that was repeated was Korea, right? With Lashar and NL being that grand finals. And NL had a hell of a tournament himself as well, right? Being able to take down Punk 3-0 twice, which is something I don't think any one of us would have betted that would have happened, right?
3-0 2 times?
Like, we never see that happen to Punk, like, straight up, right? And even Punk has said himself now that he's trying to go back to the drawing board a little bit up against Akuma. Obviously, that character has caused him some problems. We saw with Kawano at SFL finals, at Capcom Cup as well. So I'm very interested to see what a locked and loaded Punk is, right? When he comes to kind of game planning for that Akuma. I have no doubt that he's going to come back with a vengeance.
That said, we've used so many superlatives for Punk, like pretty much all that we can use, but I can't help but be like surprised every time I see this guy play. He finished 3rd place, amazing showing overall. And when I'm watching him, his mental stack just has more space than everyone else's. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, like, when you playing in a tournament, like we playing a high level, like at least when I play, I would more so think like, okay, I'm able to react to these 3 different things right now. And depending on the range and the character matchup, this dude seems like he can react to 10 different things at any given moment. Just the most naturally talented player that I've ever seen, and of course a hard worker. That said, you don't need to work too hard to enjoy some CPT action. And we have more of that coming up for you guys this year. You do not want to miss these events. If you want to join the action, make sure you head over to CapcomProTour.com and check out the upcoming events so that you can sign up. Now, with all of these new competitors coming to the stage, are we seeing a changing of the guard? Have the young guys taken over the scene? Is it inevitable? Me and Rynge are going to be breaking that down and so much more. You do not want to miss it.